Welcome everyone, we're Kalu and Mufflers, and today we are doing a full 3-inch turbo back system on a D22 Navara with the 3-litre turbo diesel. So it's time to stick it in the shop and pull it apart. Hello everybody of the world! Well, I hope everyone around the world is watching, that'd be nice. Everyone tune in, come say hello. Navara, we've got the D22 today. Woohoo! We're actually doing 2 of these today. This one's a 3-litre, we also have a 2.5 on the chopping block. Anthony is enjoying himself immensely pulling out terrible heat shield bolts.
Lovely heat shields.
So, once you spend most of your time on doing all of these silly little things, you can get to the turbo. So that's where we're at. We'll get that heat shield off and then start doing the fun arrangement, which we'll step you through as best we can. There's 3 studs in the back of these turbos, and 2 of them are way too long and doesn't allow the dump pipe to come off up against the firewall. So we've got a few tips and tricks on that sucker. We'll get to that soon. Okie dokie folky. Here we are. Oh god, line in the way. So that's the dump pipe on the turbo there. All the bolts are now out of it. You can see that where are we here with my torch? Okay, the top 2 studs there are quite short, but down the back there's one quite long. If you look how close it is to the firewall, let's see if I can hook my torch up here. This guy here is quite long. He's got one over the back that's the same, and then this guy and this guy, they're quite short, so they'll come through. This one, the dump pipe's going to hit the firewall and it just won't come out, so we're going to do a little tricky bit. Okay, and he's just going to slide this guy back. You can get the idea here. And that's as far as it goes till it hits the firewall. No matter what you do, it ain't coming out. So what we're going to do is stuff a rag in the back of the turbo to protect it, and then we're going to cut those 2 lower studs. That way we can get the part out and we can get our stud removing tool in there to rip the studs out. And that's going to solve our issues. Right, here we go. Now that it's free, it ain't over yet. Next stage is to get the tail shaft out so that the whole bloody unit comes out of the damn car. It's a process, I suppose. It just takes a bit of time. Once you get one stage done, you get the next thing done. Get them bolts out, get the dump out. Once you're at that stage, we'll rip the bolts out of the back of the turbo, and once we get that sorted, we can start actually making some progress. Alright, if you look down in here, hang on Anthony, get down there first. You can see those cut studs down there. This is what we're going to use to extract them. It's just a basic, it's a Blue Point one. You can get different brands, different versions. It's what we use here, it's pretty effective. Just locks onto it and we back her out. The more you sort of put pressure on the tool, the tighter it clamps on the stud. So they work pretty good. Alright guys, disaster has struck. We tried extracting that lower stud and it just tore it right off at the base of the thread, which is something that does happen unfortunately. So what we're going to have to do is get the turbo out. We just don't have the gear to do an angle repair on that. It's just too close to the firewall. So thankfully these are an oil-cooled turbo only, you have to drain the coolant. So pop the lines off the turbo, there's 3 bolts to retain it back to the manifold, get on the bench, do that repair. It's a setback and a big inconvenience, but unfortunately with these, it is something that tends to happen from time to time. Alright, we've got her in the vise here. This one came out nicely on the bench, thankfully. These studs remain, so they're going to be alright. I've just center punched this little guy, and I'm going to drill him out now. I'm hoping just to drill it and use an easy out or some other form, like another extractor that you drive in with a little tool. We'll try those 2 options before we go for just drilling it out and putting a bolt in there. It's a through and through hole. So if you have to drill them out, they're not too bad. Yeah, simple. Anyway, let's try it. Thank God for that. There we go. It's that little guy out. Cool. Now just gotta put the whole turbo back in the car. So your dump pipe's in? Mm-hmm. Hurting your hands over there?
Yep.
Can I stick a camera in your face while you're hurting your hand?
Of course.
Cool. So whilst Anthony's busting ass there, that's the dump pipe on. He's just doing up the final bolts. It comes with 2 extra bolts to go down the bottom so that you can replace them big ass studs. And yeah, it's coming together. I think I'm losing the Navara race here. I'm still loading up the front of mine. Anthony's nearly done. He started earlier. I'm just going to put that out there right now. So it's all in loose. And then he'll go through and bolt her all up. It's the same system for both trucks. We both have the same pieces. It's just that Anthony's has a 3 litre engine. I've got the 2.5. So there you go. Well, Anthony officially wins the race. His is in and done. Everything's final tension, sits really nicely. Heaps of room around it, super neat. So yes, another one done and out the door. So keep in mind, if you ever fit in the system yourself, which we can happily send one out to you. They're available on our website, so jump on there and check that out. But just keep in mind the turbo side of it and bits and pieces you may need for that. Other than that, it's a very, very straightforward fitment.